With the women, my recruiting class is very strong, and it was very evident as we saw a lot of the freshman females finishing in the top 5. I did hold out a few runners, so it maybe isn't indicative of how strong we really are, but I think we're going to have a much stronger team than I anticipated. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then for the men, I held out all the big dogs for that first meet. I shouldn't say all of them, but many of them that were at the national meet last year. Just little things going on, and I didn't want to push it. Minor little injuries, aches, pains, things like that. So we're going to be a really strong team. As if we look to the meet for this weekend, I'm going to leave the freshmen behind. I will take one freshman female just to get a view of the course up in Michigan. But we are doing that split meet. So we're going from Michigan State with our top runners, and then I'm going to be sending the split squad down to the Ohio at Cedarville. So we have a lot going on this weekend, but I think it's going to firm up what our team is about.
Hi, my name is Cecelia Zielke, and I'm a senior on the cross country and track and field teams here at CASE. And I'm double majoring in neuroscience and nutritional biochemistry and metabolism. I did research. I started actually over the summer as part of the Wharton undergraduate summer research program through the Department of Nutrition. And what I was doing was working in Professor Dave Ladowski's lab of the Department of Nutrition, and then also the Center for Proteomics in the School of Medicine at CASE. And what we were looking at was protein crystallography of a cortisol nanobody. So that was kind of the short-term goal of the project. So what I did was I grew crystals of like a small nanobody, and it's for use in the long term. Well, this is like the long-term goal of the project, but it's to develop a real-time sensor for stress metabolites. And this is going to be used in both in military populations and then also populations of athletes to monitor acute and chronic stress levels. In terms of athletics, like once your muscles are exposed to like acute or chronic stress, they're going to give off more of these inflammatory molecules. So it can help monitor like acute stress and then also like chronic stress, and help like manage like overtraining syndrome, and particularly in like endurance athletes, which is very applicable to me, to me, and then like the cross country and track and field teams. It's really important to monitor that. So I'm hoping that like in the long term, this like biosensor will help with populations of athletes. I was raised as an athlete, and obviously like I'm still doing athletics here. And I think like when I've been like really, really stressed, I know that my performance like athletically goes down. So I think being able to monitor that and like get that like ahead of time, get like a read on your stress levels ahead of time is going to be really valuable in terms of like managing the stress from school and athletics, and just helping everyone like stay happy and healthy and also perform their best athletically. So I think that's why I like continue to be really passionate about the project, because I think it has some really good potential for that in the long term. I got into running in high school, and so I think I was more I guess just engaged in that at the point that I came to CASE. So I actually didn't run my freshman year, but then sophomore year was COVID, but I talked to Coach Lanese about like trying out for the team. So we didn't really have like an official season that year, but I think just getting to know the team over the course of that year, and even though we weren't like going to meets and stuff, or like any competitions really, at least in the first part of that year, I think it was just really, really valuable to make great connections with my teammates and with people that really wanted to see me succeed. And like not only athletically, but then also like academically, and just also encouraged me to like be a happier person and kind of be less stressed myself about certain things and just have fun with the sport. I think that's like the group of people is definitely what keeps me in it and what keeps me motivated to compete and just like have fun.